Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Investment advice, wise warnings, and big bets. General Hospital spoilers and updates for Monday, January 13th include investment advice, prudent warnings, and large gambles. Coming up on General Hospital, Tracy Quartermaine offers investing advice, Carly Spencer cautions, and Isaiah Gannon takes a risk. General Hospital spoilers, investment advice. Tracy talks to Cody about some money he appears to be coming into, and she advises him that if he invests it, it will disappear. Most likely, the money came from Drew Quartermaine's compensation for keeping his mouth shut about what he knew. Drew was sleeping with both his mother and daughter, as he drunkenly announced to the gathering at the pub the night he and Sasha Corbin split up. Tracy may or may not know where the money came from, and she may conclude that his investment gamble was not successful. On the other hand, is the money in cash, in Cody's bank, or did Drew write a check? Drew may suspend payment. Laura Collins joins up with Lulu Spencer after Dante Falconeri retrieves her from Prague, Czechoslovakia. She informs a skeptical-looking Lulu that Dante did the right thing by coming after her, even though they were unable to recover Charlotte Cassadine. With Valentine Cassadine on the run and an alleged assassin pursuing him, she could face foul play herself. Not to add, Valentine is an expert at being on the run in a new nation, and he has resources. He would never harm Charlotte if he could help it. Sonny Corinthos and Carly are at odds with Nina Reeves, Drew, and Willow Corinthos on General Hospital, according to spoilers. This comes after Wiley and Amelia Corinthos were seized by social services. Drew ultimately persuaded Willow to use her healthcare proxy over Michael Corinthos as a bargaining tool to get her children back. Carly advises her, while Drew appears pensive in the background, that she does not want to go down this road. They had no idea that Cyrus Renault has just infused Michael's with Digitalis. GH spoilers, Nina and Sonny reach an agreement elsewhere down the hall. Nina and Sonny are speaking quietly as she advises him not to waste valuable time on this dispute. They will strike a deal, most likely over what is best for their mutual grandchildren. Nina hopes she still has some influence with Sonny. Given how their marriage ended, she may play that they could be in danger from Sonny's enemies card. Which could be true. Even Jason Morgan attempted to persuade Sonny that it was time to leave the mafia, and for good this time. General Hospital spoilers, big gambles. Meanwhile, Isaiah is in Michael's hospital room, attempting to save his life. It's possible that Lucas Jones is speaking through a mask. Lucas pleaded out of treating Michael because he is his nephew, but that doesn't mean he isn't willing to try to save his life. They appear to be debating the presumption that Michael has been dosed with Digitalis and how to treat him accordingly. However, Michael had a genetic cardiac problem as a baby that required surgery. Also, other factors can trigger heart attacks. Isaiah expresses concern to the other doctor. What if we get it wrong? Michael will die either way. Make sure to keep up on everything going on with GH right now. Check back regularly for General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. Is Dr. Isaiah Gannon the General Hospital's new hero? Isaiah has been rescuing the day. Is he too good to be real? Dr. Gannon is saving lives left and right at General Hospital. Is there anything this man cannot do? Superhero Isaiah was already doing an excellent job at GH before he started working there. He was in Lulu's room just as her ventilator started to fail. Fortunately, he noticed promptly and saved the day. Not long after, GH needed a top-tier surgeon to execute Lulu's complex liver transplant. They didn't think any of the doctors on staff could perform it, so poor Lulu was practically out of options. Her brother Lucky was confident that his pal could save the day. Isaiah reluctantly agreed, and Lucky was correct. Not only did Dr. Gannon heal Lulu, but she was also out of her coma and running around the same day she awoke. He was a true miracle worker. Portia was so amazed by his abilities that she hired him immediately. Now, a distraught Lucas has delegated responsibility for Michael's burn case to Isaiah due to his emotional involvement. Michael's life is in danger, but Dr. Gannon may be able to rescue him, so he'll be transferred to a burn unit far away until Chad Duell is ready to return. Stand-up guy sparks fly between Jordan and Isaiah. They make an attractive couple, and Jordan deserves to have a good man in her life. The two are spending time together, and she offered him information on the villainous Cyrus. So when the man of God arrived at GH, Dr. Gannon's antennae perked up, especially when he asked Isaiah what it was like to be God. Isaiah had no issue standing up to Cyrus, and Portia and Brad supported him. However, Isaiah is astute enough to recognize that the hospital encounter and Portia's expulsion of Cyrus could spell disaster. It's hardly surprising that the good doctor will be there to assist save the day if Cyrus returns for vengeance. Past history: it is uncommon for a new character to arrive in Port Charles without knowing someone who already lives there. The most recent GH surgeon may have a connection to Landview but not to Port Charles. The One Life to Live town was home to some well-known Gannons, so Isaiah is likely related. So far, he appears to have been sent down from heaven, but there may be another side to Dr. Gannon that we have yet to witness. What do you think of Isaiah? Please let us know in the comments. Cameron Matheson, a General Hospital star, breaks down on GMA after losing his house. California flames are burning, destroying everything in their path. Cameron Matheson of General Hospital was among the first celebrities to post photographs of the devastation wrought by out-of-control flames raging in Southern California. The house he lived with his ex-wife, where they reared their children, had been reduced to nearly nothing. Cameron mentioned that they spent years decorating and redecorating their home to make it unique to them and their preferences. The Hallmark actor has had an emotional week, admitting during his Good Morning America interview that he has barely slept. His statements on the ABC morning show struck a chord with viewers, as he became upset while discussing the loss of all he had and fought hard to build. Cameron Matheson broke down on GMA. Cameron Matheson has been a member of the ABC/Disney family for decades. He previously worked as a correspondent for Good Morning America and has personal relationships with the morning show's co-hosts, including Robin Roberts. He was clearly distraught as he discussed what transpired with the loss of his home and what he had left. The General Hospital actor left with only his shirt and 2 pairs of shoes. When the flames were approaching, he returned to retrieve passports and important documents before returning to Pasadena, where he is currently living with his daughter and ex-wife. Cameron Matheson shared the devastation. Cameron Matheson shared a photo on Instagram of what used to be his family's home. The orange sky remained apparent as Cameron gave several perspectives of terrible destruction. The fire continued to burn in hotspots where rooms formerly stood. Everything has been reduced to rubble and melted, bringing back memories of what Cameron, his ex-wife, and their children once held dear. During an interview with Good Morning America, Cameron claimed that thoughts about irreplaceable items occur every few minutes. He is grateful that his family is unharmed, but he is also realistic about the sorrow of losing everything at once. Cameron did not have a plan for moving forward because everything was still new and in progress. Rebuilding and attempting to reproduce the home will be part of the healing process, but the timing and nature of the next steps are unknown. We're thinking of Cameron Matheson and everyone else who has lost their homes in the Southern California wildfires. General Hospital spoilers weekly update January 6 to 10th, Michael's fire, Sidwell moves in. Michael is leaving a path of fire behind him in Port Charles. General Hospital teasers for the week of January 13 to 17, 2025 show a family engulfed in flames following Michael's tragic accident. Weekly recap episode 15622 air date, Monday, January 6, 2025. When Willow received divorce papers while in D.C., she went to Drew's room, where he tried to reassure her that Michael would not take her children away. Back in Port Charles, Michael informed Sonny about the situation of his marriage. After Carly told Jason about Willow's betrayal, he headed to Sonny's penthouse to discuss business. The two stepped into the corridor as a bomb was put into the apartment, igniting it with Michael inside. Trina assisted Jocelyn in packing up Dex's belongings, and Joss subsequently discovered a covert revolver in his drawer. When Brad ran into Cyrus at GH, he ripped into him for what he'd done to Britt. While Portia prohibited Byrus from the hospital, Lucas helped calm him down. Lucy welcomed Sidwell to his new home, Windmere. Tuesday, January 7, 2025 preempted. Episode 15623 aired on Wednesday, January 8, 2025. After Jason extinguished Michael's flames, he was brought to GH, where Lucas and Isaiah worked on him. Carly arrived and saw that Michael had been hurt, while Brennan proceeded to find Jocelyn, who was inspecting Dex's weapons, and informed her about Michael. As they gathered at GH, Lucas informed them that Michael had third-degree burns and might not make it. Meanwhile, Willow and Drew slept together, and Portia called Curtis to inform him about Michael, who was in the midst of developing a plan with Nina to take down Drew. Nina immediately called Willow to explain what had occurred to Michael. Chase confessed in Sasha about his struggle to conceive a baby, while Brooke Lynn discussed her previous pregnancy and whether her present struggle was payback for giving up her baby. Episode 15624 aired on Thursday, January 9, 2025. While Michael was in GH's burn unit, Carly and Jocelyn had a visit from Diane, who advised them of the necessity to pursue custody of the children following Willow's newest treachery. When Joss ran into Willow at GH, she ripped into her for what she had done to her brother. Sunny and Jason returned to the burnt-out penthouse to investigate how the bomb was set. Later, Anna arrived and obtained Jason's statement, while Chase was requested to accompany Diane to Nina's when they arrived to collect the children after Diane received the court order. Curtis chastised Drew for his betrayal, after which Drew walked to GH's chapel and bumped into Carly, with whom he had an argument. Christina went up to the GH roof and told Sunny she didn't want to see her brother like that. Anna called Brennan and requested for his assistance in determining who caused the fire. Jason walked in to sit with his nephew after remembering how he raised Michael as a baby, when Michael awoke and groaned in pain from burns. Episode 15625 aired on Friday, January 10, 2025, and Diane and Alexis went to dinner at the Port Charles Grill while Martin caught up with Cyrus. When Diane pulled Martin aside to discuss the Corinthos divorce case, Rick sat in Diane's seat to irritate Alexis. At GH, Carly and Drew argued over Michael, while Portia went in to sedate him after he awoke, convincing Jason that it was the best way to keep Michael comfortable. While eating dinner with Maxie and Sasha, Felicia recounted Michael's accident, and Sasha dashed to GH. Jason comforted her, as Sunny confided in Isaiah and Carly. Drew suggested to Willow that she act as Michael's health proxy in order to regain custody of her children, so Willow notified Carly and Sunny that she was in charge of Michael's treatment. Meanwhile, Cyrus sneaked into Michael's room, assuring him that he would soon be at peace before injecting him with Digitalis. The week ahead in Port Charles will see Michael's life hang in the balance as his family disintegrates and an up-and-coming super couple comes closer. Next week's breakdown episode 15626 will air on Monday, January 13, 2025. Carly offers a warning. Tracy and Stella catch up. Kai and Trina share an intimate moment. Cody searches out Brad. Nina and Sunny reach a compromise. Episode 15627 air date, Tuesday, January 14, 2025. Lucky provides new information. Lulu makes a request to Tracy. Dante talks with Sunny. Nina blasts Drew. Jason communicates his idea to Carly. Episode 15628 aired on Wednesday, January 15, 2025. Anna questions a suspect. Tracy implores Jason. Carly seeks information from Brennan. Drew shuts down Alexis. Trina meets Emma. Carly and Tracy have it out in episode 15629, which airs on Thursday, January 16, 2025. Willow opens out to Chase. Nina confides in Ava. Kai impresses Trina. Cody and Dante explore their past. Episode 15630 aired on Friday, January 17, 2025. Jordan gives Drew the riot act. Lulu and Brooke Lynn clash. Willow makes a major decision. Tracy lands in hot water. Ava is on a mission. As Michael leaves General Hospital, Chad Duell introduces us to Sunny's replacement. Chad Duell may be departing General Hospital, but he's not going alone. In fact, we learned on a recent episode of Maurice Benard's State of Mind vlog that he's leaving with his TV father. Or at least, Sunny's replacement. As Duell and Benard began their conversation, fans couldn't help but notice the departing actor sitting and talking while holding a strangely familiar toy in his arms. As you might think, Benard didn't take long to ask for an explanation, and Duell quickly introduced the world to Mini Maurice. And Michael's portrayer gladly agreed. I made this myself, actually, about 5, 6 years back, she said. You know, we do scenes together, and we were working hard together, so I wanted to have someone I could run lines with and have your kind of presence. In addition, there was a scenario similar to Buddha's belly. For good luck, I just go between the shirt and stroke the nip. It's a good luck charm for me, especially when I have something large to do. Okay, that was a little more intimate than we expected, but so is caressing a statue's stomach, so more power to Duel. Bernard, on the other hand, expressed reservations about how much he and his small stand-in resembled each other, saying that it reminded him more of Robert De Niro in The Godfather. I used that as inspiration a little bit when I was making it, Duel said without hesitation. However, unlike De Niro, who, he quipped, would definitely be upset about something, Michael's portrayer cheerfully noted that his doll is Maurice, so he's more mellow. Prone to unexpected outbursts. Bernard chuckled, stating, as if, the directors, told me more voice. He's a good dude, Duel said, adding, he's just my good luck charm. That's good, Bernard said, before delving into comedic area and wondering if Duel would sleep with him now that they weren't seeing each other at work all the time. I do always sleep with him, the younger actor replied, opening little Maurice's arms wide and causing his namesake to inquire, so he can embrace you and stuff? He does everything you'd want a real Maurice to do, Duel enthusiastically told his state-of-mind host. Okay, almost everything. We're sure he's okay to run lines with, as long as you're okay with a one-sided run. Bernard, however, remained skeptical that it was a suitable successor. They just didn't look enough alike, he said. How did Duel respond? Little Maurice is a dead ringer for his namesake from the 1990s. TSK. We're having too much fun watching Duel, Bernard, and little Maurice to think about the metaphor. A shared nemesis. Carly's grievances with Drew were very personal. He had shattered her confidence in ways that felt irreparable, not only via his involvement with Willow Corinthos, but also by his deception in other facets of their lives. Carly's intense devotion to her son, Michael Corinthos, made Drew's actions even more heinous. Meanwhile, Nina's revenge originated from Drew's duplicity and manipulation, which left her feeling used and abandoned. Despite their history of intense animosity, Carly and Nina may find themselves circling the same target, bringing Drew to his knees. Michael's tragedy. The bombing of Sonny Corinthos' penthouse changed everything. Michael's terrible injuries rendered him immobile, and the tragedy sent shockwaves throughout his family. Willow, now the primary caregiver for their children, Wiley and Amelia, finds herself in the midst of a storm. Carly's initial instinct was to protect her grandkids, assuring their safety while their father recovered. Carly, on the other hand, would become enraged and take action after learning about Willow's affair with Drew. Nina's situation was equally difficult. Drew's friendship with Willow, and therefore his proximity to her family, felt like yet another assault. The convoluted web of deceit and treachery made both ladies angry, albeit for different reasons. Willow's dilemma. Willow was forced into an uncomfortable position. Her affair with Drew had been a desperate attempt to find comfort during a difficult period in her marriage to Michael. Willow faced difficult decisions now that Michael was handicapped and Drew's recent political climb had brought him to Washington, D.C. Should she uproot her children to follow Drew, or stay in Port Charles to be close to Michael's family? Each option had serious ramifications, and Carly and Nina were desperate to influence her decision. Carly's strategy. Carly was enraged at Drew, but her love for her grandkids compelled her to tread gently. She realized that completely isolating Willow would result her losing contact with Wiley and Amelia. Instead, Carly opted to wait. She offered Willow assistance following Michael's injury, presenting herself as a concerned grandmother. But beneath her pleasant exterior, Carly began laying the groundwork for a more strategic attack on Drew. Drew's blossoming political career provided Carly with clout. Drew's reputation as a newly sworn-in congressman was essential. Carly knew that revealing his affair with Willow, and possibly his fling with Nina, would ruin him both personally and professionally. She patiently gathered evidence, waiting for the right moment to strike. Nina's approach. Nina's rage was no less intense, albeit her techniques differed from Carly's. Nina was hurt and humiliated by Drew's treachery, so she focused on ensuring he had no future with Willow. She pondered telling Willow about their own connection, aiming to strike a gap between the lovers. However, Nina was concerned that such a revelation would push Willow closer to Drew out of spite. Instead, Nina focused on fostering doubt. She seeded Willow's thoughts with subtle chats and strategic comments about Drew's character. Nina hoped Willow would ultimately recognize Drew for who he truly was, a man who could not be trusted. A fragile alliance. Though neither Carly nor Nina entirely trusted each other, their common purpose resulted in an uneasy collaboration. They met in quiet tones, swapping information and strategizing to destroy Drew. The tension between them was evident, and their conversations were peppered with angry words and implied threats. Despite their enmity, they recognized the benefits of cooperating, at least for the time being. Drew's downfall. Drew was blissfully ignorant of the tempest developing around him. He balanced his new responsibilities as a congressman with his personal relationships, unaware that Carly and Nina were closing in. When Carly eventually decided to act, her timing was perfect. She revealed details about Drew's affair with Willow to the press, portraying it as a betrayal of both his political office and his family. The aftermath was swift and severe. Drew's reputation plummeted, and his political allies began to distance themselves. Willow, under the weight of public attention, questioned if her relationship with Drew was worth the anguish it caused for her and her children. Nina, watching from the sidelines, took sad enjoyment in Drew's crumbling. Willow's choice. As Drew's life shattered, Willow was forced to make an agonizing decision. Michael's condition remained serious, and her devotion to him was strained by her love for Drew. Finally, the tumult around Drew, and the understanding of his role in Nina and Carly's schemes, forced her to make a difficult but essential decision. She chose to focus on her children and Michael's health, leaving Drew behind. The aftermath. Carly and Nina's alliance ended as abruptly as it had begun. With Drew completely subdued, they returned to their long-running enmity. The temporary truce did little to alleviate their hostility. If anything, it exacerbated their mutual contempt. Despite their differences, they shared a quiet recognition of their importance in changing the lives of others around them. Michael's absence, Carly's fury. The explosion at Sonny Corinthos' penthouse seriously damaged Michael and left him fighting for his life. The encounter sent Carly into an emotional tailspin. Michael had been her rock, the boy who mirrored her unwavering determination and burning energy. With Michael paralyzed, Carly faced an uncertain future, particularly for her grandkids Wiley and Amelia. Carly's distrust of Willow Corinthos only grew following Michael's accident. Willow's friendship with Drew Quartermain, which emerged following her marriage issues, was a betrayal that Carly could not forgive. Willow's plan to take Wiley and Amelia to Washington, D.C., at such a critical moment enraged her even more. Carly saw Willow's irresponsible behavior as evidence of her inability to be a mother. Michael's absence heightened Carly's need to assure the safety and stability of her grandchildren. Willow's growing resolve. Willow saw Michael's accident as a turning point. Left to care for their children alone, she found herself at odds with Carly, whose oppressive presence and judgment hung over every decision. Willow began to reassess her priorities while grieving for Michael. Her relationship with Drew gave her emotional support, but it also fueled Carly's fury, making every encounter tense. Nina's influence made the problem worse. Nina, still reeling from her own fights with Carly, saw an opportunity to shift the scales. Nina whispered in Willow's ear, playing on her worries and frustrations, gently encouraging her to set boundaries with Carly and Sonny. Nina presented it as an issue of safety. Michael's injuries demonstrated, she claimed, that being close to Sonny's deadly world was a risk the children could not afford. Carly has mama bear instincts. Carly's protective instincts went into overdrive. With Michael unable to advocate for his family, Carly felt herself as the sole person capable of safeguarding Wiley and Amelia's well-being. She wasn't going to stand by and let Willow, influenced by Nina, dictate the parameters of her connection with her grandkids. The prospect of being shut off from Wiley and Amelia, just like Nina had been, was awful. Jason Morgan, Carly's confidant and voice of reason, attempted to control her impulsive behavior. He advised her to avoid aggravating the situation, warning that any blunder could backfire. But Carly, emboldened by her rage and loss, couldn't stand by. She began laying the basis for a possible custody battle, compiling evidence and requesting favors to portray herself as the more stable and dependable guardian. Nina's subtle moves. Nina's contribution was less direct, but no less significant. She empathized with Willow's problems, recalling her own grief at being separated from Wiley. Nina's suggestion was strategic, intended to present herself as a supporting figure while subtly diminishing Carly's power. Nina also saw an opportunity to further isolate Carly. She sought to sow a rift between Carly and Willow by implying that Sunny's mob links endangered the children. Nina's ultimate purpose was not just to protect Wiley and Amelia, but also to extract vengeance on Carly after years of animosity. The custody battle looms. The tension reached a climax when Willow, aided by Nina's advice, informed Carly that she required space to focus on her children. Carly, who was already on edge, saw this as the first step toward being completely shut off from Wiley and Amelia's lives. The prospect was unthinkable, so Carly decided to take action. The battle lines were drawn. Carly, equipped with years of experience managing legal and emotional conflict, was ready to file a custody battle. She relied on her trusty attorney, Diane Miller, to build a case that highlighted her close bond with her grandkids while questioning Willow's judgment. Carly's strategy also included subtle barbs at Drew, whose involvement with Willow may be interpreted as proof of instability in the children's family life. Willow's counterattack. Willow, on the other hand, had plenty of resources. She resorted to Martin Gray, whose reputation as a cunning lawyer made him a formidable adversary. Martin's tactics centered on Carly's temper and history of rash judgments, portraying her as a potentially disruptive factor in the children's life. Nina's discreet support of Willow's legal endeavors assured that Carly faced an uphill battle. Sunny's dilemma. Sunny was caught in the midst, still in shock from the explosion and Michael's injuries. Sunny's devotion to Carly was unwavering, but he also understood the need of keeping the peace for Wiley and Amelia's sake. His attempts to arbitrate only heightened the tension, with Carly and Nina accusing him of taking sides. A reckoning in court. As the custody battle approached, the stakes for all parties involved could not have been higher. Carly and Willow's feud over Wiley and Amelia evolved into a proxy war for their deeper grudges, with Nina's presence adding fuel to the fire. The courtroom promised to be a struggle, not just for custody, but also for the hearts and minds of Port Charles locals, who were keeping a close eye on the proceedings. Cameron Matheson of General Hospital warns about scams after losing his home in the Los Angeles wildfires. Cameron Matheson warns against donating to fake GoFundMe accounts in the aftermath of the Los Angeles wildfires. Cameron Matheson, a General Hospital star, lost his home to the horrific Los Angeles wildfires this week. Following the horrible occurrence, he has warned against donating to fraudulent GoFundMe accounts. LA wildfire donation scams. Matheson posted a video on Instagram explaining the hoax situation. He stated, "Thank you for all your love and support for our family and the thousands of people affected by Ted's fires. Please do not donate to a GoFundMe page with my videos or photos." He continued, "It's not us. We are not asking for money. It's unimaginable that someone is taking advantage of this calamity. Stay safe. Sending love and support to everyone affected. Folded hands, medium light skin tone, broken heart, red heart." In the comments, he added, "Please share this, whether someone is using my videos and images or someone else's to scam." Matheson reiterated his caption in the video. "Thank you so much, everyone, for the love and support you've shown us and others right now," he said. "Please do not give to a GoFundMe campaign that includes my photographs, face, or name. We are not asking for money. Someone is attempting to profit from the photographs and videos I provided. It's not us. Please do not do this. I appreciate your support, but please be careful who you donate to." He continued, "Thank you so much, everybody." Matheson revealed yesterday that he had lost everything in the fire. Please be cautious with donations in the aftermath of these horrific wildfires. It's difficult to believe, yet others are trying to capitalize on this tragedy. Soap Hub expresses its thoughts to those affected, and we will only post real calls for money to legitimate relief organizations and funding. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, January 13th through Friday, January 17th. Following a conversation with her friend Nina, Ava establishes a new objective. Meanwhile, while various questions hang in the air, Anna attempts to find answers. Drew is not particularly popular with the villagers this week. General Hospital spoilers for the week of January 13th. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, January 13th. Side-by-side photographs of your favorite soap stars' famous ancestors, including Diana Ross, Billie Eilish, Pollyanna, and the Incredible Hulk. Someone should be shivering in their shoes when Carly gives a severe warning. We love it when Tracy and Stella share scenes, so we're excited to see the ladies catch up. Kai and Trina continue to bond as they enjoy another intimate encounter. Why is Cody looking for Brad? Nina and Sunny devise a strategy to ensure that they both achieve their goals. More on that and Carson 2.0 here. General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, January 14th. Lucky's got some fresh information to give, but which local mystery can it help solve? Tracy has a big soft spot for Luke's daughter. But will she honor Lulu's request? Dante shares everything he knows with Sunny. When Nina blasts Drew, any lingering attraction she may have had for him appears to vanish. But, after all, they've already crossed the border between hatred and love, or, at the very least, passion. Jason has an idea that he wants to share with Carly. General Hospital spoilers for Wednesday, January 15th. Someone is about to be taken in for questioning. Will Anna be able to make them crack? Tracy has never been very fond of Jason, so he may struggle to do what she asks. Will Carly use her charm to pull information out of Brennan? Drew makes it plain that he will not listen to what Alexis has to say. Trina gets to know Emma. Will they be buddies or rivals? General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, January 16th. Get the popcorn and maybe some booze, because Carly and Tracy are going to have a fight. Willow often looks to her ex-husband Chase for support, which may not always be the greatest option. Nina confides in Ava. Trina should prepare to be impressed, at least if Kai has his way. Cody and Dante's shared past is set to become a major topic of discussion in the present. We can't help but wonder if Brooke Lynn's baby from her teen years was fathered by Dante or Cody. General Hospital spoilers for Friday, January 17th. Another individual lashes out at Drew. This time, Jordan's turn. Lulu and Brooke Lynn demonstrate that old wounds never fully heal as they butt heads once more. Willow has a major decision to make. What did Tracy do this time? We're not sure, but it'll get her in serious trouble. Ava is a lady on a mission. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.